One Punch Man Season 2, Episode 1 or Episode 13, whichever one you want to consider, has aired. It was titled Return of the Hero. So, yeah, that was the title of this week's episode of One Punch Man. It's great to see One Punch Man back. Season 2 was announced a long time ago, and a lot of stuff happened. Like it changed studios and all that because season one is actually from Madhouse, and then they changed studios, and now season two is from JC Staff. So yeah. Now let's talk about the animation stuff. So the animation, of course, would not be as good as season one because season one was top tier animation pretty much. It's from Madhouse, of course. One Madhouse, they bring out some good animations, but the animation for this episode wasn't the worst. It was okay. It was average. So yeah, it wasn't the best. Like some scenes, like with Saitama's face and stuff, you could tell the animation was like a little bit stiff and stuff like that, but it was okay. So yeah, the animation wasn't the worst and definitely wasn't the best, but it was okay. It was like average. So yeah, the first episode with the animation is not the best, like I said. But it's okay. But at least it gets a good storytelling, at least. Throughout the episodes and stuff. So yeah, here we go. Actually, discussing about the actual episode. So we didn't see the opening. At first. The opening did not happen. Just started off with Saitama and stuff. With the episode. So yeah, Saitama and Genos is walking and stuff, and then we see King, and people are going crazy with King because what happened was there was this villain, this monster, pretty much licking this woman's face, terrorizing the town. Doing average monster stuff pretty much. And then everybody sees King, and the monster notices King, and he goes like, "Oh wait, you're King," and stuff, and then pretty much did not want to mess with King at all. He goes away and everything. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then there was another monster named G4, and G4 comes up and he wants to fight the strongest. And the King, pretty much, he's like, okay, but for me, to release my full power, I gotta go use the bathroom because I can't release my full power if I don't go. I only have 50% of my power. But if I do go use the bathroom, I had the full 100% and I will fight you. So the monster lets him go use the bathroom, which was pretty funny. And King goes to the bathroom and he's scared out of his mind. He's a phony and stuff like that. So yeah, King is scared. He's scared of the monsters and all that. And he is an S class rank hero. I think rank number 7, if I'm not mistaken. But he is S class. And, King is scared. He started thinking in the bathroom. He goes like, well, every time I turn there's a monster, but at least somebody, like some other hero, pretty much got some and I will be safe. Because that's usually the outcome with King. And, so King finally goes back out there, and then Genos is fighting G4, and Genos is fighting G4 and stuff, and then we see King pretty much go to his house. He gets a game. He bought a new game before G4 came up and pretty much tried to fight him and stuff. He actually bought a game, and he goes to his house and starts playing the game, and then we see Saitama. It was a pretty funny moment with Saitama going through the window, and King's like, "How in the hell you got in here?" He goes like, "Oh yeah, your window's open." Bomb on the 22nd floor. Yeah, still your window was open, so I got in. So yeah, pretty funny moment with Saitama right there. It was a great one. So yeah, Saitama and King was talking, and Saitama pretty much notices that he notices that King is a phony, pretty much. And we see King's little backstory and stuff, actually. How he gets a scar over his eye and all that. And what happened was, So there was this monster, destroying the town and all that, like usual, and pretty much he clawed King right across the eye. That's how he got the scar, and it was a young Saitama that saved him. So yeah, Saitama with hair back in the day saved King. So yeah, and Saitama, I don't think he recognized King, but King recognizes Saitama from back in the day. So yeah, that was pretty much the story of how King pretty much gets the scar over his eye. And every time where a monster comes up, King gets so lucky and he gets all the credit because of pretty much like Saitama. Like if you guys remember, I think it was in the first episode, season 1, where you get this purple Piccolo pretty much. He looks like Piccolo pretty much, but he's like purple instead. And Saitama killed him and stuff. And in that episode, apparently King was around, and King got the credit for Saitama killing the monster and stuff. And people thought that King was the one that killed him. So yeah, King always gets credit every time when Saitama's around. Like Saitama pretty much kills the monster and leaves out. The King is pretty much around. He gets all the credit. So that's how he pretty much got into the Heroes Association and became S class. So yeah, that's how he became an S class and all that stuff. It's because he gets all the credit because of Saitama killing the monsters and dipping out so quick, and King is still around. So yeah, pretty crazy right there. But yeah, it did show the backstory of how the King guys, got the scar over his eye. You know how he met Saitama back in the day and all that stuff. So yeah, him and Saitama started playing video games and stuff, and it was a pretty funny moment with Saitama, because King had this one video game. I think it was called like Hot Sisters or something like that. It was something to do with that. He's a little pervert and all that, and Saitama pretty much notices he's playing that game and stuff. He goes, "Oh no, that's the wrong game I bought." Even though that was a game that he wanted and stuff. He goes like, "Man, that was the wrong game I bought. Here's the game that I really wanted and stuff." And then Saitama and King started playing that game. So yeah, it was a pretty funny moment with King and Saitama right there. But then we notice Genos fighting G4. And Genos did defeat G4, but Genos is injured and stuff. He's hurt. Like he usually is in every single fight. But he's okay. He actually won this fight. And Genos goes to the scientist and stuff. The guy that pretty much, always fixes him right up. He tells him that he needs to get stronger. So yeah, that's what Genos told him. And then we cut from that scene to the Hero Association, and they got these and apparently it's gonna be like this extermination type of deal. The highest, I want to say, something like, it's an extermination. I forgot what you call it, but it's the highest threat. So yeah, it is the highest threat, with extermination, because there was apparently a prediction about the Earth pretty much being in danger, about the world being in danger. So yeah, that was pretty much a prediction. And the Heroes Association pretty much, they got all the heroes and stuff, of course, but they gather a bunch of criminals and stuff. We see Sonic there and all that. And, the guy's talking to him, and Sonic don't care. He just wants to fight. He just wants to find Saitama like he usually does. And you see Sonic wanting to find Saitama, and then we see Fubuki for the first time. Yeah, it was great to see Fubuki in this episode, Tatsumaki's sister. So yeah, Fubuki pretty much gets 2 security guards with her, opens the gate and all that, and she's looking for Saitama as well. So we see Sonic and Fubuki looking for Saitama in this episode. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. Pretty much of whichever one will find Saitama first. So yeah, that would be pretty great. But yeah, that's what happened there, and then we see Saitama back at King's apartment, pretty much playing video games and the controller, and that's what happened. That's when the episode ends. So yeah, like I said, the storytelling was pretty good. If you haven't read the manga, go read it. Even though pretty much they come out, I think like what, 2 chapters a month, if I'm not mistaken, or one, something like that. But it's like over 100 pages, or sometimes around the area, 70 to 100. Can usually that is a big amount. So yeah, if you have it, go read the manga because the manga is pretty good. The art style and stuff is. But yeah, season 2, episode 1 or episode 13, whichever one you want to consider. This was not a bad episode. It was a good episode, pretty good one. The storytelling at least was pretty good. Like I said, the animation is not top tier like season 1 was, or like when Madhouse animated season 1. It's just average. So yeah, there was some scenes, like some stiff scenes with Saitama's face and King's face being a little bit long, and hopefully the fight scenes with Saitama's in is good. Like when he punches a villain or whatever. You see the air pretty much breaking out, kind of, if you know what I mean. So yeah, hopefully scenes like that will be in those episodes and be pretty good. Genos does not look the best in season 2. In season 1 he looked fantastic. He looked great. But in season 2 is like a little bit different with him. So yeah, there is a little problem right there. But like I said, the animation is kind of average, not the best, like I said. But yeah, hopefully it does get better once the season keeps on going on, because JC Staff pretty much got One Punch Man from out of nowhere, pretty much. So yeah, hopefully the season does get better with the animation stuff. Now, they did play the opening, but the opening wasn't until the end of the episode. They didn't play in the beginning or at all, but they did play at the end. And the opening does not look bad. I still like season 1's opening, when he screamed One Punch and all that. Season 1's opening is like freaking one of the best openings of all time, I'll say. But season 2's opening is not that bad. It was okay. So yeah, not bad opening for season 2 of One Punch Man. But yeah, it was a pretty good one. But yeah, that's all I got to say about this week's episode of One Punch Man Season 2, Episode 1 or Episode 13. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel, World of Chris 1-800. Subscribe to my other channel, Chris Videos. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. I'll be down there in the description box. Like this video and comment on this video about what you guys think about this week's episode of One Punch Man. I'll be reviewing next week's episode as well, so yeah, look out for that one. And yeah, I'll give this episode a 8 out of 10 stars. That's what I'll give it. Like I said, the animation ain't the best, but the storytelling is pretty good. So yeah, if you have it, go check it out. The storytelling is phenomenal. So yeah, go check it out. But yeah, that's all I got to say about it, and I'll see you guys later until the next video.